Black Crowes are reuniting, Anthony. More music news.
Never a Black Crowes fan.
The only reason the Black Crowes are reuniting, Chris Robinson went off on his own. He made a pretty cool record, but it didn't sell and didn't get radio airplay, and now he's getting back together with his brother, who he hates, and they'll do the Black Crowes thing again. What, Ben?
You're wrong about that. They're not coming to every city. They had to cut 3 weeks of the tour off. Yeah, they're like not doing Washington. They're doing New York and Boston and Philly, but because of an illness in the Edge's family, they cut off the first 3 weeks of the leg, so a lot of cities are actually going to miss, and then they'll hit them in the summer.
Who's sick?
So they don't know. Someone in his family, one of his kids or something.
Oh, that blows.
But
are they still doing Albany, by the way, January 28th, 29th?
Yes. Yes, they are.
The Comedy Works? Yeah. They were making they were doing a small venue there. They wanted to do a small venue in Albany.
Oh, that is great.
You are the worst.
Why? I think
someone in Edge's family is sick, and you felt like you needed to plug your comedy gig.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to be.
I'm on the edge, too, of sanity.
All right, so then you got the Black Crowes reuniting. Queen reunion. How do you do that without Freddie Mercury?
Jesus. Noah could sing. No?
You just play the record and you have an urn sitting on a stool.
That is the worst.
With a robe on it.
Look, I understand some of these bands are called bands because everyone is very important, okay?
Yeah.
When it comes to Queen, and some people will argue Brian May, blah, blah, blah.
Brian May was a big part of the Queen sound.
All right.
That guitar is
how do you go on without Freddie Mercury? There are bands that lose a lead singer. They can move on. Like AC/DC did a pretty good job with it. Yep. Van Halen, obviously.
Yep.
There's a bunch of examples. But Queen without Freddie Mercury, that's like sacrilege, I think.
Yeah, certainly is.
But they're gonna do it. They see dollar signs, and they're gonna figure something out.
That's what it is. A lot of people want to see this retro stuff.
Even more of a joke, no offense to what's his name there from the Cult, but when the Doors got together with I forgot his name.
Oh yeah,
Ian, right? Ian Asbury or whatever.
Ian Asbury. Yeah.
Yeah. They had him as Jim Morrison. I mean, stop.
Yeah, that was a little much.
The rest of the Doors are very delusional if they think they had much to do with the Doors' success. No offense. They had a cool sound. Robbie Krieger was great on guitar and all that, but it was all about Jim Morrison.
Certainly was.
And his voice.
And there's so much time that can go by that you can actually put someone else in there and keep the band going. A little too much time has gone by with the Doors that they could just drop in another
that was all
guy.
about just getting some money.
Of course it was.
And John Densmore is really bitter.
Yeah.
He's the most bitter in the group.
Mm.
And he had the least amount to do with the band's success. You ever watch him in those old concert films and stuff?
Pretty dull to
He's
watch.
like a jazz drummer.
Yeah. The drummers back then, I don't know.
They weren't doing anything.
Very few were really out there. But a lot of them were just keeping rhythm.
It wasn't like he was Neil Peart or anything. He was just just tapping away real easily.
It was all about Morrison.
They could have got 10 guys to do his role in that band,
Get Ringo. He was a drummer. Oh.
All right, well, whatever. All right, we got Oscar news. Oscar, really fast, just announced.
Do we have our chink entertainment girl that's going to... Just trying to be like Hot 97. Don't fire me.
Let me make a quick prediction here. That's for they're going to give anything to Jamie Foxx. It'll be for supporting and Collateral because again that's a safe role for them.
You think they're going to throw him a bone?
This is true. They never seem to give black performers.
What? Denzel?
But not in the role. Like that's a safe role. A dirty cop. That was like Scarface.
Halle Berry.
Very good film, but also, again, look at the position of a role she was in. As opposed to giving it to Denzel for something like Hurricane, which was an amazing performance, or X, which he really deserved it for.
Right, so you think Jamie Foxx for Collateral, which isn't really the role, Jamie Foxx in Ray would be the role.
I think so, yeah. And I'd like to see Alan Alda win for supporting because I love him so much.
How about Don Cheadle, Hotel Rwanda?
I didn't see it. I heard he was great.
I heard he was really good in that.
Anthony, let's get to the...
Why do we have to play the race card with the Oscars?
Because this is one instance where I think black people complain and have a legitimate complaint.
Really?
Yeah, man. When you look at the history of the Oscars, when Poitier won for, I think it was Lilies of the Field, and then he was nominated. He didn't get nominated in The Heat of the Night or Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. Neither one of those films.
But is that racial? I know a lot of white actors that are not nominated for roles where you're like, oh, he got screwed, or he doesn't win, and you're like, come on, that's bull. It has nothing to do. I don't think it has anything to do with race.
I would agree with that if it was something that happened occasionally, but there's been such an overwhelming. Sometimes when there's so much overwhelming evidence in one direction, you got to go. It's happening way too many times for it to just be like if it was fairly even, then you go all right, but it's not.
I don't know about that.
How did Denzel not win for X? I mean, when you look at, they've made a million mistakes. How did Raging Bull not win Best Picture or Best Director? I mean,
Right.
It's a million of them. But blacks, I think, do have a very legitimate complaint with that.
All right. Want to get to the important nominees, Anthony?
Oh, of course.
Up for film editing. Why is this even a category?
I love
film editing.
And then when they win and go up there and give a big long speech like anyone cares.
It's like, dude, you splice scenes together.
Oh,
Stop.
I have so many people to thank. You know, when we sit in there and cut this film.
Right.
Oh, who
Film
cares?
editing. I mean, can you tell the difference between one edited film and another?
You know, it started with the director's dream, and when we sat there for hours cutting this movie...
It started with a razor blade before we went to computers.
I got to thank the actors for doing so many awful scenes that I had a lot to chop out. And Frank, you with the broom, those stuff, that would have still be on the floor if it was up to me.
But, you know, I got to thank him. He swept and kept the floor clean so I could drop more crap onto it.
Film editing.
Yeah.
Who are you kidding? Another very important nomination, Anthony. Makeup.
Makeup. Very important.
Usually goes to the period piece, right?
The Passion of the Christ
The
is
Passion of the
nominated
Christ.
for makeup.
The Seat Inside and
Throw some more blood on him.
Yeah, and Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events.
Jeez, the Passion of the Christ loses to Lemony Snicket's. That really is depressing. Wait, are you telling me the Passion is not nominated for anything?
Wow, look at that.
I don't know. We're just focusing
Whoa, I
on...
think Hollywood scorned the Passion.
What a shock.
And they threw him a bone by giving him a nomination for Best Makeup.
Oh, wait, no, cinematography.
Okay,
all
that's
right.
an important one.
Where's Best Picture?
We don't care. That's the
No,
Who
Opie!
Cares awards. I want to go with the documentary short subject, Anthony.
Oh.
Autism is a World, The Children of Leningradsky, Hardwood, Mighty Times, The Children's March, Sister Rose's Passion.
I'm voting for Hardwood.
All right, well, you get the gag. Sound mixing, yeah, that's...
Oh, sound mixing.
Sound mixing, very important award.
Very important. They
Yeah.
come up and accept that one. Very proud.
Mm-hmm.
What a proud moment.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, here we go. Actor in a leading role, you got Don Cheadle in Hotel Rwanda. Johnny Depp in Finding Neverland. What's that movie about?
It's about the guy that wrote Peter Pan. A whole pedophile thing going on in that movie, too. Yeah, guy's like a little too friendly with children.
Okay.
Leonardo
DiCaprio for The Aviator. He'll probably win that.
I wonder where Leo fits on Noah's list of Hollywood guys he would have
bang?
sex with.
Probably unattainable. He's like one of those guys that, like, for me, it's Catherine Zeta-Jones. She's so hot, you can't even think of her. I couldn't whack my bag to her. I mean, just the whole time going, you're fat and she's hot. Forget it.
I think Catherine Zeta-Jones is a choice that's kind of like, it's that obvious one that you don't really think it, so you
she's not even
say what you think other people would
absolutely,
want you to
that's what I'm saying, yeah.
She's not even in my top 10.
No,
man.
not at all.
Dude, what's chubby now, had a few kids.
Yeah.
Plus, you want a little skank in your broad. I don't see the skank in her.
No.
Right now, it's all about Scarlett Johansson.
Oh,
Got some skank to her. She's a little, like, odd.
She's probably right up there on everyone's list. Okay, Clint Eastwood, $1 Million Baby. I saw that movie. He was okay in it, at best. And then Jamie Foxx for Ray. Jamie Foxx should win is what...
I can't comment on the other movies, but I saw Ray, and look, I was thinking, all right, I'm sick of hearing about Jamie Foxx, and I'm sure they're just promoting him for whatever. He was so great, that movie.
He better work on his acceptance speech then, because that one he gave for, was it the Golden Globe or the People's Choice? Yeah, Golden Globes, I think, where he starts talking about his grandma.
Yeah.
I want to thank my grandma. And he Bob Kelly'd up the whole stage.
It is nice to see an actor be humble, though, instead of some of these smug douchebags that only thank their makeup people and assistants. Yeah, Bob, best portrayal of a human being watching a midget. Really, were you crying when the girl was eating your ass and going, you dirtbag, filth ball? You didn't drop a tear then for her, did you?
We didn't get to that audio yet. We got to get to that audio.
That's great.
All right, well, actor in a supporting role, you got Alan Alda was in The Aviator, huh?
Alan Alda, they might, you know.
All right, they're going to give it to him.
Sometimes they give the award when they think an actor's getting old enough where he might not even be nominated until he dies, so they give him the award.
I root for him. I love him.
Then Thomas Hayden Church for Sideways, Jamie Foxx in Collateral, Morgan Freeman in $1 Million Baby. $1 Million Baby was good, but whatever. And Clive Owen in Closer.
There really doesn't seem to be a real standout movie here. You know, it's not one of those years where you're like, oh, it's, Cuckoo's Nest or something.
Right.
Well, where is Best Film?
Poor Dog Day Afternoon had to compete with that.
Oh, I know.
Is that what you were saying earlier? Where's Best Film? Best Picture. The Aviator, Finding Neverland, $1 Million Baby again, Ray, and Sideways. Wow, there's not that one standout movie. You're right, like every other year has.
How they not nominate?
No Passion.
Maybe it wasn't the Best Picture. I mean, I enjoyed it, but I mean, was it that great? I liked it. I thought the makeup was great, but was it a great movie? I don't know.
What was the best film you saw this year, Anthony?
This year? I don't even think I saw one this year. I didn't see any of these.
I saw $1 Million Baby.
I didn't see one movie on this list.
I saw. I thought The Incredibles was probably my favorite movie, but I haven't seen. Oh no, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind was
that good?
Cool. Yeah, I liked that a lot actually.
I didn't see anything. Music score. The Village is in there, Jimmy.
No,
was it good music? Yeah.
What music did they play?
Music score? I don't know.
The music was pretty good in that.
How about Ray? That had a pretty good score to it. Where's this?
All right, actress in a leading role, Anthony.
No nomination for Ray in music score.
Yeah, but that was probably just
maybe because it wasn't an original.
A bunch of rock songs probably thrown together.
Okay, maybe assuming. Yeah, it was all his old stuff.
Actress in a leading role, but I mean other songs as well, probably of the time. Actress in a leading role, Annette Bening in Being Julia. Ugh, that just sounds awful.
Sounds chick flick.
Probably, right? Catalina Sandino Moreno for Maria Full of Grace. Ugh.
Another chick flick.
No, it was about a chick who was a heroin smuggler or something.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, all right.
The chick that was muling dope, which I didn't see because on my stupid satellite TV, I can't get to order the pay-per-view movies. There's something wrong with it. I don't know. But it's bugging me. I wanted to see it because it's about a drug smuggler.
All right. Imelda Staunton for Vera Drake. Ugh. Hilary Swank, $1 Million.
Swank.
They're going to give it to Hilary Swank for $1 Million Baby, and
she won the Golden Globe for it.
And they're going to give it to her just because.
How was it?
Why?
Well, should I tell people there's a spoiler coming and then I can explain?
No.
You ruined it.
I ruined it
You ruined it by saying there's a spoiler.
Yeah, but
you didn't really ruin it.
It's always ago. It's always the actor that has something drastically wrong with them in these films that win it every year.
Right.
Sure.
You know, whether you're retarded or, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
Play a retard who beats the odds somehow, you're guaranteed. I mean, even by doing anything, like you stop tying your shoes together finally.
By getting on the bus.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
The music swells as you proudly walk on the bus. Yeah. Your family buries their set in the hand, you in embarrassment.
Set in the hand?
Did I say that? Oh. Did I say the set?
Yeah, buries the set in the hand. Set in the hand's worth two in the bush.
It's worth boo in the tush. I'm sorry, I bribe at dusk.
Playing a retard is probably the easiest thing to do.
Sure.
We do it every day here on this program. Where were we? Hilary Swank for $1 Million Baby. She's going to win that hands down. Kate Winslet, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. She was great in that film, by the way.
Best puking with 9 toes.
Someone brings up a good point on the phone. Spider-Man 2. Where's Spider-Man 2 is an amazing movie.
Oh, how about effects or something?
Yeah, it's nominated for something.
Is it?
Yes.
Where?
It is in there for
something stupid. Sound editing. Wow.
There's
another very important category.
Will
it be The Incredibles, The Polar Express, or Spider-Man 2 for best sound editing?
Visual effects, too.
And sound mixing.
All right, visual effects.
Visual effects, yeah, it's special effects.
3 crappy movies in there. Harry Potter, I, Robot, and Spider-Man 2.
Yeah. And then actress in a supporting role, you got Cate Blanchett for The Aviator, Laura Linney for Kinsey, Virginia Madsen for Sideways, Sophie Okonedo for Hotel Rwanda, and Natalie Portman in Closer. Who cares?
Well,
yep. And then animated feature
some
film.
People eat this stuff up.
It's a new category because there's all these animated films every year. It's going to be between The Incredibles, Shark Tale, or Shrek 2. Well, that's pretty much
Why
it.
don't they just say cartoon? Because that's what it is. I hate the animated. Gives it dignity.
Animated feature.
It's a cartoon.
Yeah.
Art direction, what's that? Like sets?
I think so.
Or is that set design? Because they have costume design. What movie had the best costume this year?
Oh, is it a period piece?
It always goes to a period piece.
A period piece, like Grandma in the outhouse with their bloomers.
It'll be Troy, obviously.
You think?
Can't be The Aviator. You just dig up some old clothes from when Howard Hughes was alive, and
you really got to go back to
how
Troy.
creative is that, right? Finding Neverland, Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events. I might have to watch that movie now.
And then the Jim Carrey movie with his wacky names. These films are all weird.
I don't go to movies that the
Jim
name
Carrey.
is too long.
That's the Jim Carrey film. You're right.
I don't like going to movies where the name is that long. I don't like hey, what'd you see last night? Oh, I saw Lemony. Forget it. I don't even want to say it.
Yeah. All right. That's about it, right? Is there anything else to look at here?
They're just being too cute with the long names. You know, it's Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless. What?
Yeah.
That's why I like Ray. Ray.
It's just Ray.
That's the whole thing. You can write it on your finger with a pen if you need to.
Yeah, we got to play what I think should be win best song.
Yes?
America, F yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, is that nominated? Of course not, right?
No, we'll play that going into break. It was very funny. But first we got.
By the way, I don't mean to interrupt, but I want to congratulate our own Ben Sparks for winning the award for a haircut most resembling Indonesia.
They're still plucking survivors from his hair today.
Matt and Trey actually were nominated for an Oscar for their movie, the first movie they put out. One of the songs, and then Phil Collins wound up winning that year.
How do you lose to Phil Collins?
The South Park movie.
Oh, the South Park movie? Oh, Canada, right?
Canada.
Blame Canada.
Yeah, blame Canada.
And they wouldn't let... didn't someone else have to sing it?
Yeah, there was some kind of thing that went on. But then after they lost, they animated Phil Collins in the next episode of South Park and just made him out to be a real douche, which was pretty funny.
Why couldn't he sing at the Oscars?
I don't remember the story.
Somebody
I'm
was going to sing
turn.
Blame Canada, and
they either wouldn't let it be sung or there was some kind of controversy.